Alrighty guys, welcome back. New game on the channel here for March 30th, 2023. Astro Knights just released not too long ago. And we decided to pick this up and give it a whirl. Give it a try. Check it out, see what it's like. So what is it like? What is what's the basis behind Astro Knights? Is it's very similar to Aeon's End, although it is kind of like the kind of I would call it like an intro version where everything's kind of streamlined down to make things easier for people to get into the Aeon's End system, but with a kind of like a basic version of it. So that's what Astro Knights is. It's basically Aeon's End, very similar, but some very concerning for me changes. One of the biggest changes is instead of having set piles like Dominion. So if you are familiar with Dominion, you have set piles out in front of you that you can buy things from as you progress. Same thing with Aeon's End. You have set piles out in front of you, and as you do things, you can buy off those piles. Astro Knights different in that each each card has got like a level on it. So if it's a gem level between 3 and 4, it goes in one stack. And if it's 5, 6, or 7, then it goes in a different stack. And what you do is you then shuffle up these stacks and you reveal the top card. So what does this do? Well, it changes it changes what you're going to have access to. You cannot be sure what you're going to have access to because you've got all the cards in the stack. Now, with that said, there is like literally, there's only in our intro stack for gems, you can see these are the cards that come in it. And there's only there's 2 copies of maybe like 5 cards. So, I mean, there's not a whole big variety of, what you're going to get here. You can see this is all there is for that stack of cards. So you're going to go through it and you're going to, go through a couple cards. If you're looking for a specific card, you should be able to find it pretty quickly. Like if I'm looking for a certain card. So again, instead of having like set number of, okay, we're going to have 3 gems and you're going to specifically pick out those gems like Aeon's End or Dominion. This has got, okay, whatever is in the gems level 3 to 4 go in this stack. All the gems that are level 5, 6, and 7 go in this stack. All of your tech cards, which are green, go in this stack. All of your spells, or in this case, weapon damage that do 3 or 4, that cost 3 or 4, go in this stack. If they cost 5 or 6, they go in this stack. And if they cost 7 or more, they go in this stack. So then you're going to have those stacks out, and you're going to have one of them flipped over in front of you. I don't think I'm going to like that at all. I do not think I'm going to like that at all. First of all, there's not a lot of variety, which could be good, could be bad, in the base game. I actually have the one expansion. The one expansion they do have for this out already, which is called Astro Knights, the Orion system. I guess it's just called the Orion system. So I got that expansion, which adds a new boss. It adds 2 new characters, and it adds a couple new cards. So you add those cards to the deck, right? And you just put them in. So it makes it, it changes, right? It changes it from, okay, now we got to decide which gem we're including. No, you just add the cards into the whatever stack it is and you shuffle it up. But you can see there's not a lot of variety in these cards, which I don't like. I'm sorry, it's 2, 3, and 4 for the for your weapon damage. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is a different pile, and then 7 and higher is a different pile. So you're going to get 3 piles for your weapon damage based upon if it costs 2 to 4, 5 or 6, 7 and more. So you're going to have 1 of each of those cards available every turn. And then you're going to have 1 card or 1 stack of text. And all the texts are going to go in that. So whether they cost 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, doesn't matter. They just go in there and you're going to shuffle this up. And then again, your gems, you're going to have 1 pile that's, I think it's 5 and higher, or 4 and higher. 4 and higher. 4, 5, 6, 7. And then you're going to have a stack that's 2s and 3s. Right? 2s and 3s. Yeah. 2s and 3s. So you're still going to have the same number of piles out, but it's all going to be random. That's kind of like the biggest, one of the big changes between Aeon's End and Astral Knights is kind of streamlining that process where people don't need to try to figure out things. But of course, then you're really, it limits your options, right? Even though it gives you more options because you're including all the cards in the stack, it limits what you can do because you don't know what's coming, right? Which can be a good thing and can be a bad thing. I don't think it's going to be a good thing. Let's look at the rest. So here's kind of the setup. They got these wanky player boards now. And they're all basically set up the same way. And they got information on the back. It tells you how to set up the decks and what they have. Their starting hand, little information. And then they have like this little thing where you can put this stupid little token in there and it's supposed to keep track of it that way. I think this is dumb, to be honest. I don't like these at all. Number one, they're super thin and flimsy. And I can see where, like, just wear and tear of moving this counter around. There's only like a little piece of, like, the little piece of cardboard that's going to stick in. As I'm moving this around, it's just going to wear that part out. And yeah, I don't think these are dumb. I don't like these at all. At all. Don't like them at all. I don't think I think if they wanted to do something like this, great, but then they should have had like an area, put a dice down or something, right? To keep track of the, they didn't want to go with the tokens, right? Because they only included these few tokens. That's all you get in the box. That's all you get. A few little tokens. That's it. So they wanted to streamline it, right? I don't know. I'm not a big fan of these. They just seem really flimsy, and I don't think they're gonna be cool. I don't know. What else? The other thing, the other kind of new thing is now, like, each of the home worlds, instead of just like Greyhold, now you have like different home systems that you can defend. So here's Narishan. And each of them have their own special ability, and they can power up, and then you can activate the special ability. And then this one is New Atlantis, and then has 26 life, and if you power it up, then it has like a special ability. And there's like 5 or 6 different homeworlds. Again, one more homeworld in the expansion pack. There is the bosses now. They start off at normal difficulty level 1. If you want, you can increase the difficulty by just putting this little thing in play and make it expert level, and then it gets a special ability. And then, of course, you can do nightmare level, which gives it another special ability, a different one. And then, of course, all the bosses start at level 1, then they'll eventually level up to level 2, and then they'll level up to level 3. And then, each time they level up, they have a new special ability. So you can kind of fine tune, how difficult you want to make the boss. based upon whether you use expert, nightmare levels. All right, we're not going to use any of that nonsense. Again, I don't like a way to artificially. So you can see there's no like breaches in this. So you just keep track of like how many weapons you can have now. So I can have one weapon out in front of me. So that's all you do now. You don't have the breaches and leveling up and focusing and doing all that fine tuning and manipulation, right? So now you just literally, oh, I'm putting a blaster in play, boom, it's out in front of me, and then, you do your thing. So, all in all, I think, I mean, even these, like, they literally went through the effort to put these expert modes for every single boss. I am very confused. I am very confused by this game. I am thoroughly confused about the goal of this game and what they're trying to do and who they're trying to get to play this and what they're going to do going forward with this game. I am very confused because they went through the effort to make these super thick cardboard tokens, right? For expert level and nightmare level for each of the bosses. And it's like literally every boss has got a card. And then they went through the effort of making each boss has like a little tuck box that came in the game. This is not something that I created. This came in the game. So they made this nice little tuck box. You just fold it together and then you can keep all of the... I guess you keep all of the parts for them in there, and I guess like you put these things inside. I'm confused. I am thoroughly confused at this product. I am flabbergasted at it. There are so many good things, and then there's so many like. I'm scratching my head trying to figure it out, right? So am I supposed to put those things inside the box? But then why am I putting these things inside the box? Because they're big, thick cardboard pieces. Nothing's going to happen to these things. Okay, so I'm confused again. All right, so that's the first thing I'm confused about. Then they went through the trouble to do that for each of the, like literally, they went through the trouble to do it on the expert and nightmare difficulty cards for each of the villains, which is great. Thank you for doing that. But here's the thing: probably 90% of the people that get this game are never going to use this. Never going to use this, and you went through the effort to make it super fancy. But then the things they are going to use, which are the homeworlds. People are going to use this all the time. You made them cheap, very thin, crappy little cards that are literally going to fall apart. Why wouldn't you have taken the effort that you put into making these for your bosses and make them into your homeworlds where they're going to be using this Every time they play, they're going to be using one of these. Every time I play, I'm going to be I have to choose the homeworld. Again, total confusion on this product. I don't think, here's my, I'm scratching my head still because I just don't understand it. They went through the extra effort and then where they could have done good things, they didn't go. They didn't. Like they didn't do what they should do. Like literally they come in the box. There's like 2, 4, 6, 8. There's 10 gems that cost 2 or 3, right? So you have a stack and then there's 2 that came in the expansion. So I'm not counting those. So you have 10 gems. So literally, if I play this game I'm going to see, and there's basically 2 copies of each gem, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so there's 5 gems, and there's 2 copies of each of them in the base game, right? So there's 1, there's 2 copies of this gem, etc. Okay, so you get the point. There's 2 copies of each gem in this, and there's 5 different gems. So I have a variety of 1 to 5 different gems. Okay, that doesn't seem like a lot. I mean, if I'm just stacking everything in a single, you can see, like, this is the stack for our level 1 gems. It's like literally nothing in this stack. I mean, very little cards are in this stack. I mean, I think they wanted to not scare people away and not have, like, lots of different cards out there and lots of different powers and lots of different things going on. And so they streamlined Aeon's End because they got rid of all that difficult mage breaching stuff. Because heaven forbid people have to use their fucking brains to play a game. Like, no, I shouldn't have to think to play a game. And like, oh, what am I going to do? I've got 3. How much does it cost to unbreach my mage or unbreach my or focus my breach? You know, oh, it costs 3. It's so difficult. So they got rid of all that. So they're like trying to streamline Aeon's End, and then they dumbed it down to like, so you don't have to literally think about anything. You don't have to do anything. Now this again is just the base package, but I mean, Aeon's End base package had all the mage breaches. It had the whole turn order deck. It had everything in it, and I didn't hear anybody complaining about it. Now, I mean, I'm just trying to figure out, you know, if you're gonna think, okay, we want to get the audience of people that played Aeon's End and said, wow, this is too complex. I can't handle this. It's way too over my head. There's way too much going on. This deck building and, not having to shuffle. And I mean, Aeon's End, because now I have to think about it. I have to go to Board Game Geek and I got to see what the complexity rating is. Aeon's End 2016. Complexity rating, a laughable 2.8. 2.8. It's not even a 3. It's not even a 3. Okay? So, like, 1 is super light, 5 is super heavy, 3 is average. It's not even an average complexity game, Aeon's End. And you decide, we need to dumb this game down and we need to streamline it, and then we need to make it simple for people. I am flabbergasted. I am completely flabbergasted at this. I don't know, like, literally there's nothing in this package right now. I mean, if you get the base game and you get this 1 expansion pack, you get 1, 2, 3, you get 3 bosses in the main. 4 bosses in the main pack. And then you get 1 in the expansion pack. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 main characters that come in the base game, and then there's 2 that come in the expansion pack. There's like 10 cards that come in. I just feel like it's the game. Where's the game? I don't see the game. Where's the game? Okay, it sounds like a game we could learn in our deepest dreams at midnight. I don't know. They took all the hard parts of Aeon's End and they stripped them out, and now literally you don't even have to think about what you're what kind of gems you're including and what kind of tech you're including and what kind of spells you're including. And now because you just put everything in a single deck because we don't want to have people think. I don't get what audience they're going for. I don't understand it. I don't see much of a game here. And literally, wait until I show you the last pile here, right? So, I mean, like literally, if I get, let's just say I get 4 resources. I get 4 resources to spend. I'm only going to be able to look at 2 different stacks of cards. Because anything in the 7 or higher, I can't afford. So, and then this is the 7 or higher deck. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8 cards, and I believe was there any in the expansion? I think there was 1 in the expansion. I don't know. I am flabbergasted. The artwork is kind of, for me, it's kind of kiddie. It's like, as you can tell in the background, right? This is definitely I'm trying to figure out what kind of audience they're going for. I think they're looking for like young teenage kids, and we can buy Astro Night, and we can play it after school and hang out together, which is great. Go for it. If that's your audience and it becomes a huge success, great. But it's not for adults. It's not for gamers. It's not for people. I'm not going to be investing in this game, even though I love Aeon Zen. I love Aeon Zen. It's top 5 of all time for me. It is one of the best games. I own every single piece of Aeon Zen that I can get my hands on. I love Aeon Zen. And this is basically, this is the anti-Aeon Zen, I think. It's just, I don't get it. It's cheaply made, and I really think they're going for high school kids. They're trying to get, and it's great if they can get high school kids or middle school kids, right? Because it's a cheap product. If you know, Aeon Zen is not cheap, right? Just the core game of Aeon Zen is like $50 or $60. This was like $30, and then the expansion was like $15 or something, right? So I think they're going for a much cheaper middle school, high school audience, and it's just not. I don't think. I mean, I'm gonna play it just to try it out, but man, I just don't think. I mean, maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised at how great it is. But I just, I mean, the core mechanics are the same with, the turn order, and, you got the same thing. The boss's turn, player 1, player 2, you shuffle those up. So that's all the same. The boss levels up differently now. The boss has, instead of like a huge stack of cards that you build together, because again, we don't want people to actually have to think in this game, right? So literally all you have to do is get the boss cards, and then you look down in the bottom and you say, oh, make sure the card has the player count on it. So this is a 2+ or all. So the ones that say 3 or 4, do I have 3 or 4 people? No, I don't have 3 or 4, so I don't even count. So I only have 4 cards, right? And then once the boss goes through those cards, he levels up. And then we get the rest of his deck, right? So it's a way for them to level the boss up properly based upon how many players you have. Okay, it's weird. It is. Some of the design decisions on this, again, the artwork is all kind of kiddie. Let's all play nicey. And even though we're attacking one another, we can't show anything that's too dangerous or making it too scary for anybody. It's definitely, I think, what's the level on this? It says 14 and up. Okay. I don't know why you couldn't give this to somebody that's 12. I mean, or 10 or whatever. I don't know. That's crazy. I all right. Well, let's try it. I don't know. I might get. I can guarantee you right now, we're gonna get 20 minutes into this. I'm gonna get frustrated and just quit. But we're gonna try it because I spent all the money on it. I did not realize. I should have realized, but I did not realize it was going to turn into this. This what it is. I guess I should have. I guess I should have realized what it was, but it's my own fault for not investigating and finding out um, ahead of time. So it's my own fault. And again, I love Aeon Zen, so I mean, maybe. Now I gotta bring the. I can kind of see things. Here's our characters. Again, I hate the player board. I literally hate these boards. They're cheap. They're flimsy. They have this little fake notches. That's what I call them, fake notches. You can see there's just like, and you're going to tell me as I move this thing, it's not going to wear that down. I don't know how many times I've already, like you use it here on the boss. How come the boss don't have notches? Like, again, I'm already frustrated with this product just because it's like, why would you go through the trouble and put the notches in the cards, but you don't put the notches in here? So like literally I have to put the token on the player board, the boss, and hope I don't knock it, because if I do, we're not going to know what the counter was on. So if that's the case, why don't I just use a die to begin with and put a die on there, which means I don't need your stupid counter. I just don't get it. This product, I don't get. Let's see if I can find a die that has a 0 on it. There we go. I just don't get it because, like, oh, we're gonna do something cool and we're gonna put notches in the character cards, so we can put tokens in there. But we won't do that on the boss's stuff because we wouldn't want anybody. It's gonna wear down. Yeah, it's gonna wear down, and especially as thin as these are. Like, there's as if I'm moving that thing around in there, you don't tell me within like two plays this is just gonna get all smooth in there. That's just cheapskate way of doing it. Cheapskate way. Right? So this is why this product is only $30. It's like cheapskate way. I just know it. I just know it. I can see it already. I can see the writing on the wall. I just know that I'm going to get frustrated at this game. But I mean, I have way more important things I want to get to the channel, way more better things. I was excited about this because it's more Aeon Zen is what I thought. Oh, we got more Aeon Zen, and they just streamlined Aeon Zen, right? And that's what I thought it was, but it's not. It's Aeon Zen dumbed down, right? It's dumbed down, not streamlined. It's dumbed down. There's a big difference. Streamline is taking all the bullshit out of it, right? Streamline is where you take all the good gameplay out. Like literally there's no gameplay. Like, here we go. Let's show you what I'm talking about. All right. So we'll shuffle up the turn order deck. Phoenix Knight. I wasn't particularly aware Aeon Zen needed to be streamlined. It was fine as it was. Yeah, exactly. I don't know what they were trying, the only thing I can think of here, why does this product exist, right? Is the only thing I can think of is people said, even though, again, Aeon Zen is rated at 2.8 on the weight scale at Board Game Geek. 2.8. So it's not even a 3. It's less than a 3. 3 is in the middle. It's less than middle weight, right? Complexity. So it's not a very complex game to begin with, right? And then you streamline it to get rid of all the important rules. Like now, well, let's just show you. Let's just go. All right, so we got to shuffle these up. All right. Boom. Boss turn. All right, so the boss gets to go first. We just simply flip up the boss card. The homeworld suffers 3 damage. So again, each world starts with a different amount. We start with 28, so 1, 2, 3. And then increase the artillery track by 1. This is its artillery track. It goes up to 1. There. You can see it puts the big lightning bolt where you start. Right? Because if we don't do that, people won't know that they start on 0. So it's up to 1 point on there. That was really complex there. Really complex. Homeworld suffers damage, increase the artillery track by 1. All right. Okay. So that is going to go in his discard pile. Now his artillery will activate when he gets up to 3. How do I know that? Because there's a big lightning bolt at the 3 number. All right. So who goes next? Player number 2. Obviously, this is player number 1. Player number 2 gets to go. So here's my hand. I have 3 power cores, which gives me an energy. Can't use money. We have to use some kind of sci-fi term, right? Because in the future, there won't be money. Or we don't want to teach our kids that money buy things. I don't know. But we have to use energy for some reason. And then I have a blaster. I can put a blaster into play because I can hold 1 weapon, right? So all the breaches are gone. Right? Everything, all that stuff is gone. Now you just put the number of weapons in play that you can hold. I can hold 1 weapon. If I want to hold more weapons, I can spend energy. If I spend energy, I can hold more weapons. See, it makes sense, right? My special ability is gain an energy, and an ally may draw a card and then discard a card. Do I want to draw a card and discard a card? I know what it is, so I'm just cycling through my deck faster, so I don't think I need to, but thanks. Okay, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 energy. So now I can look at what I can buy for 4 energy. There's a 3, a 5, and our gems, our energy. These are our energy piles now. This is our tech pile. That's a 4. We could buy that. We also have 4, 6, and 8. So literally, I can only have to look at this, and this, because that's the only thing I can afford. If we look at let's see what this says. Gain 2 energy, or gain an energy in each equipped weapon you control. Or gain an energy for each equipped weapon you control. Ooh, that sounds cool, but do we want energy or do we want damage? Let's see, what's he gonna do? Attack, deal 2 damage, or gain a slot, or deal 3 damage. Alright, yeah, we'll buy that. Boom, 4. Then I discard like this. I draw my other 5 cards. And let's see. Going on. Player 1 gets to go. Alright, what do you got? What's your special ability? Gain 1, or an ally may discard a card in hand to gain a slot. Do you want to discard a card to gain a slot? Do I want to discard to gain a slot? Yes, I will discard and gain a slot. So now I can hold 2 weapons. Whoa, that was not fancy. Woo, woo. Alright, so now I can put my weapon in play. And I have 3. Oh, wait, we forgot to flip this up. 3. The only card I can buy is this card. So I can either buy this card or not. I can also spend on power-ups. What's this? Yeah, we might as well buy something. And then we'll discard and discard and draw our other cards. There we go. So that's pretty much Aeon's End Light there so far. And it's definitely some type of introductory game, but you can turn people off with cheap builds. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely. I'm confused. I'm so confused over this product. I don't get it. I don't get it. Player one gets to go again. Oh, hey, look! I can use my blaster now and deal 1 damage. Alright, yay, he's down to 59 hit points left. And then I can put my blaster into play. And I got 4 to buy. I'm going to buy the ballistic array. Oh, wait a minute. I got to flip this up. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to buy this. Oh, that goes there. And these go here. And I flip it over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Boss's turn. Alright, let's see what the boss does. The boss, Tidal Barrage. The player with the most slots suffers 2 damage and discards a card in hand. Increase the artillery track by 1, so he's up to 2. And player with the most slots suffers 2 damage. Well, he got it, so you're going to take 2 damage. Lovely. All right, and it's going to be player 2 left. He can do 1 damage to the boss. And because he's got 2 slots, he can put 2 weapons in play. Unfortunately, he only has 2 to buy. Ooh, we can buy a disruptor pistol. All right, so let's buy a oh, wait a minute. We're going to have way too many attacks, but all right, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So, am I the only one getting Ragebone vibes out of this boss, or is it just my imagination? It seems to me all, and I don't know because I haven't played all the bosses, but I mean, they're all very similar-ish in what they kind of do. Like I said, each of them come with their, oh, look at their special little boxes. There's like a dragon coming on the ground that does fire. There's like a big floating ball of metal. There's this zappy thing. I mean, they all, I don't know. I mean, whatever. I don't know. I don't know. I've given up trying to think. I've given up trying to think. All right, here we go. Let's see. That was a round. Let's go through another round. Let's see what happens. Oh, the boss gets to go. All right, the boss gets to go. All right, any player suffers 1 damage. Well, that'll be Toli then. Or the players collectively discard 2 cards. Oh, I'm sorry. This is active. So he comes into play, and he becomes active. All right, so when he activates, any player suffers the damage. He's got 5 life. Lovely. Player 2 gets to go. He can do 1 damage, 2 damage. All right, we'll give him 2 damage. It's fine. Then he can put this into play. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Now I may draw a card and then discard a card. Do you need to draw a card and discard a card? I think I do. So I'm going to just draw a card. And then I'm going to discard a card. I'm going to put his discard over there just because I'm running out of room. Okay? So my ally. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. I'm going to have to buy this for 3 because I need some more energy coming in. Need some more energy coming in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Player 2 gets to go again. Lovely, because now, oops. Deal 2 damage and gain a slot, or deal 3 damage. Well, I need to do 3 damage to kill that guy. So guess what? I'm going to do 3 damage. Kill this guy. Boom. Lovely. That came into play nicely. I have 2 slots, so I can put 2 weapons out. I can 3 to buy. I'm going to get another bout of energy. There we go. And then, of course, you can just like charges in Aeon's End, you spend 2, and once you've got your guy charged up, then he's got a special ability. In this case, activate during your main phase. Any player gains 5 health. So I need to start working on that. All right, what else we got? Player 1. He can do 1 damage. Boom, down to 57. And I have a spell. And 4 to purchase. All right. Oh, I like this energy glaive. I think this actually came in the expansion. Gives you 2 damage and you get 2 energy. That's pretty nice. Maybe it didn't. I don't know. But I like that. So we're going to buy it. And that's it. Okay, I'm a little confused what the hell I was doing, but okay. Player 1. Oh, look at this. He gets to go again. So, when he equipped this, he should have done a damage. So, down to 56 points. And then it deals 3 damage. That's pretty nice. 1, 2, 3. And then, let's see what he's got here. Put that out, because that's the only thing I have. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're getting somewhere. Ooh, here we go. Anti-Monitor Current. Gain 3 energy and may destroy the top card of any supply deck. Lovely. Alright, starting to power up a little bit now. Here we go. Alright, it's going to be the boss. And this will be his last go. When Tylan Landover is defeated, destroy it. So this means destroy out of the game. It doesn't go into his discard pile because he'll level up here in a minute. And then all these cards get shuffled together. And when he activates, any player suffers 2 damage. Okay. And that's another round. I'm sure I'm asking about things you talked about. No, it's all right, Phoenix Nightman. I know people they come in, they leave, they got things to do. That's fine. I don't mind. Dude, be honest. If you annoyed me, I just ignore your comments. That's all. You're fine. Trust me, you're fine. You're doing good. In fact, you're just fine. It's just fine. I don't mind having people ask questions. That's great. All right. So after a couple, let's just initial thoughts. As you can see, oops, I bought this and forgot to flip it up. That's probably my biggest problem. After 2 rounds, you can see very similar to Aeon's End in what you do and how you do it. There's not, I mean, again, being streamlined, got rid of a lot of the choices you can make. I mean, like, even the boss's effects, like, so far are like, do this, and that's it. There's like no choice. Like, do we spend resources to block it? Do we spend, do we want to get rid of this guy? Kill him off? There's like no choices to make. You just doing what it says on the text. Like, just take a damage, right? The player with the most slots suffered 2 damage and discards a card. The homeworld suffers. I mean, there's like no choices. It's just do this. I guess it's like the biggest difference I see so far. Is like it seems like it's just streamlined in there. Like, do this. No strategy needed. I mean, it's true. Like, if you play Aeon's End, right, and I have 4 ether to buy in Aeon's End, right, I'm limited to how many piles I can look at in Aeon's End too. So that's not the issue, right? But I know, right? I know, hey, I've got a gem that costs 5. I need to get up to 5 so I can buy this really good gem, right? I know this, so I'm working towards that goal. With this random pile, you don't have that because, like, literally right now on the top of my deck is a 2. Like, so it only costs 2 to buy this guy. So I could be, like, struggling to try and get the better gems, but then I only need 2 to buy that one. So then I'm like, well, I guess that's where you get the problem with the random pile stuff is when, like, Dominion, I know okay, this card costs this much and it does this. This card costs this much and it does this. When you're dealing with this random pile stuff, I don't know if I'm going to need more resources. I don't know if I'm going to need more attack spells. More resources will give me the bigger attack pile. But right now on the bigger attack pile, there's a 6 and an 8. So I can't get those until I get up to 6 resources. So I'm limited to what I can get. If I'm playing a normal Aeon's End game, I'm going to have spells that are level 2, 3, 5, 6, and then maybe one that's 7, or maybe another 6. But with all this random cost, I mean, it would be okay if each pile costs a certain amount, right? Like, the first pile, all of them cost 3, and the second pile, all the gems cost 5. That's fine. But now with this random, it drives me crazy. Or the goal is I need to do a ton of damage very quickly. So you're working on that. Right. Exactly. You're working on, oh shit, this guy just came out. I need to die. I need to do 8 damage, like, really quickly. Right. So how do I do that? But then you buy the card that's going to do a lot of damage. And the next one that comes up is like, do 1 damage. You're like, what? No, I need a card that does more damage. Why would you give me that card? If I had set piles, then I have a goal. I know what I need to go for. All right, let's get back to it. Player 1. All right, player 1. What are we doing here, player 1? You can do a whole 1 damage. Whoa! Calm down. 1 damage. All right, I'll do 1 damage there. Why not? Now we have a problem. All right, so I'm going to spend my 3 to increase my slots so I can put out 2 weapons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let's see who's next. It's the boss's turn. So this guy activates. Any player suffers 2. Oh, and I don't even know where this was now. So I don't think anybody's taking. No, wait. Somebody had taken the damage. I think it was him. Toli is going to take 2 damage now. And then we shuffle the boss's deck. And he levels up, I believe is how it plays out now. He goes to level 2, which means minions in play gain 4 health. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you would have 8 damage. You would have 8 life. 4 plus 4. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to give him 7 because we did 1 damage. So we're going to have to work down because they just and then increase the artillery track by 1. That's going to put it at 3. That means it's going to go off, right? At the end of the boss's turn, if the artillery track is 3 or higher, perform the following. Draw and resolve the top card of the artillery deck. Right, so we're still working on the boss's turn here because that was crazy. He leveled up. Level 2. We still have to draw a card. Increase the artillery track by 1, so it's up to 4. Any player suffers damage equal to the current value of the artillery track. If Furion is level 2, destroy this card. Alright, so we destroy this card. But somebody's going to take 4 damage. Wow, that's pretty nasty. 8 down to 4. Congratulations. And then we have to do a artillery deck card. Player with the lowest life suffers 2 damage. Nice. He's down to 2 points of damage. I guess we better get this heal 5 up quickly then, huh? Alright, and now at the end of the boss's turn, if the artillery track is 3 or higher, perform the following. Draw and resolve. Oh, right, then we gotta increase it down by 3, back down to 1. Because we did the artillery track, right? Yep, alright. Alright, who's next? Boss gets to go again. Lovely. Any player suffers 2 damage. That'll be you. Then we'll draw the boss's card. The homeworld suffers 3 damage. It's down to 22. Increase the artillery track by 1. Okay. Okay. Alright, so that's, well, at least we don't have to worry about the boss for a while. Deal 1 damage. Oh, I forgot to get my energy. That's too bad. And deal 2, so he's going to deal 3 damage to that. When I put this in, I'll do a damage. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, huh? Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. This costs 6. Get that. And we'll put this in like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Player 2 can deal 3 damage. And that will kill him off finally. Oof. That's not good. Alright. See here. We got, 2 blasters. Nice. May destroy this card to gain a weapon that costs 5 or less. Ooh. I can destroy this to get that weapon. Okay, we'll destroy that to gain that weapon. And then with my 2, yes, I'm going to increase that up 1. I just, I need to get some, actually, what's this give me? Actually, I am going to try to get some better energy, so we'll do that first. We'll power up later. Player 2 gets to go again. That's 2 more damage. Yay! I guess the only thing we can attack is this. He's down to 51. We got 1 weapon. Put that out. 2, 3, 4, 5 to purchase. I need some better gems. This one costs 4. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excuse me. Alright. If we don't get some healing real quick there, Silas, we're in deep doo-doo. But this guy is going to just keep artillery bombing us. That's crazy. Player 1. Deal 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. Down to 48. You can discard a card to gain a slot. Which I'm going to need to do because I got 3 weapons coming up. So, good time for that card to come out. So I'm only going to get 1, 2, 3 energy though. That's fine. Buy this for 3. That's great timing on that. Player 2. 2 damage and gain a slot, or 3 damage. I am going to do 2 damage and gain a slot so I can be at max. 2 damage, 46. Because I give one of my spells says if you're at max. Oh, I'm sorry. Alright, so I can actually get 3 powers up there. I only have 1 to purchase anything. That's not great. So I guess I'm not doing anything with that. And we're going to player 1. 1 damage. 45. This is going to be a problem. I don't have as much slots as I need. So I'll put this one in play, get 2 energy. Two energy. I'll have to hold this in my hand, and this activate during your main phase. The home roll against and power to do. 2. I'm going to get this for 2. I'll hold this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now it's going to be bad things happening. Boss's turn. Boss's turn. The home roll suffers 4 damage. Down to 18. That's it. Player 2. All right, here we go. So, Deal 4 damage. You may destroy a card in hand. I am going to destroy a blaster and deal 4 damage. It's down to 41. This will deal 1 damage. He's down to 40. Deal 2 damage. You may destroy the top card of any supply deck. I'm going to just see here. Let's get rid of that one. Ooh, that's good. All right. Did I do the 2 damage on him? I don't think I did. It's down to 38. All right. Then I can put that there. I'm going to gain 2. When I bought this, the homeworld should have powered up. So our homeworld, activate during any player's main phase, deal 4 damage, then deal 2 more damage. So if we can level that up a couple more turns. So I get 2, 3, 4. So I can have that go up a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should be the boss. Yep. Boss says increase the artillery track by 2, so it's going to go to 4. Any player discards a card in hand that costs 1 or more. Let's see who's going to do that. All right, I guess we'll discard that. And then his artillery is going to shoot. And what's he going to do? Homeworld suffers 2 damage, and any player suffers 1 damage. Down to 16. Okay. All right. There we go. He's down to 2 hit points. I need to get him powered up here. All right. Power 2. Deal 1 damage. Okay, 1 damage. 37. Gain 2 and an ally draws a card. Oh, I should not have shuffled. I don't know what I'm thinking. Right. Don't shuffle, dummy. This isn't Dominion. No wonder my decks are all messed up. So 2 energy, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then if you have the maximum number of slots, gain 3 energy instead. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yay, we can get the sniper rifle for 8. Deal 9 damage. That sounds lovely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sure. I have messed this all up. I have messed it all up. Player 1. Okay. 2 damage. Increase the damage by 2 for each other weapon you have equipped. So this, So this is 2 damage plus 2, 4. Plus this is 2 is 6 damage. It's down to 31. We're doing some damage to him now. That's not going to help with a single point, though. Let's see here. You may destroy the top card of any supply deck. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, look, we got a 7. You may destroy a card in your hand and discard pile. You may destroy a card in your hand or discard pile. Okay. You may destroy a card in your hand or discard pile. Let's do hand. Boom. We'll destroy that one. This is going to come into play there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have messed it all up because I lost track of what the hell I was doing. That's for sure. Boss's turn. Another guy comes out to fight us. Okay. Move on. Player 1. Oh, yay, he does 1 damage. Because I've shuffled up his deck. That was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant on my part. 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4. I forgot completely that I was playing this game. Player 2. And I have 2. Boss's turn. So he'll activate. I'll take a damage. And the players have to discard 2 cards between them. Sure, we'll have her do it because she's got crap. All right, and let's see, that was him. And then we get a new card. The player with the most slots suffers 2 damage. That's him. 1, 2. And discards a card in hand. Increase the artillery track by 1. It's up to 2 now. And he's got to discard a card. This will be that one. That was not a great turn for us because we're both very, very wimpy now. If I wouldn't have mentioned it, I had a complete brain fart there for about 2 minutes. I was thinking about Dominion and what I was going to say about how this compares and differs from Aeon's End, and I was just like playing the game and thinking, and then I like came out of my daze, and I'm like, I bet you guys could like see my like process going through my brain if you were watching my eyes twitching, and I was like just zoned out thinking about what I was going to say. And then I came back into reality and I was like, what am I doing? I am literally like, this is not Dominion. This is not Dominion. What are you thinking? All right. Let's see what we get. Player 2. That's going to do some damage. All right. So 1 damage. Plus this, and I can destroy a card in hand. I don't want to, though. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to destroy that card. Sure. So deal 8 damage. Nice. We can deal 8 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 23. It's got 23 left. That's reasonable. All right. I have 4 to buy. So I'm going to buy a gem. You saw the hands moving and totally spaced on what you said earlier. Player 1. Oh, he's only going to do 1 damage because I shuffled his deck. That was just horrible. So it's going to take us a while to recuperate from all this. I got 1, so I can't do anything. And player 2, all right. Deal 2 damage and you may destroy the top card of any supply deck. Again, I don't know what I'm looking for. So 2 damage takes him to 20. No, I don't. Yeah, I don't need to. Thanks. I don't know. Like, I'm not shuffling through the decks. Oh, we're gonna get 9 damage here in a second. 3 because I have the maximum slots. 3, 4, 5, and an ally gets a card. 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll buy this. And 2. Like, literally, all we have to do is, like, live through this round, like, when the boss attacks us, because we got enough damage coming out, we're going to be able to do 20 real quick. This sniper rifle alone does 9 damage, so he's going to do 10 damage there. And then this is going to deal... Oh, it should have done 1 damage when we equipped him, so he's down to 19, actually. And, yeah. So we're going to do a lot of damage when it's our turn. Increase the artillery track by 1. That's not good. And if Furion is level 3, he's not. Any player would suffer 3 damage. Okay. Player 1 is going to deal 5 damage. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's down to 14. He's going to have... I have to spend 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So literally it comes down to... That's what I thought. It's the boss's turn. Homeworld only suffers 2 damage. We're fine with that. We're not too worried about that. But now, if the boss goes, he's going to turn into level 3, and that could be a problem. So if we can go before the boss goes, he's going to die. There's 10 damage. There is 16, 17, 18, 19. I got 19 damage on the table. He's only got 14. So we need player 1 to go and player 2 to go before the boss goes, because otherwise the boss is going to level up. And we only have 2 hit points and 3 hit points. So it all comes down to, can we get the damage before the boss does? That would be awesome. Nope. Damn it. So he turns to level 3. Minions in play gain 4 health and then increase the artillery track. Oh, you know what? We forgot to do that. It's up to level 5 now. And here we're going to get a card. Oh, that doesn't go in there. And that doesn't go in there. Okay, so it's 6. Well, that's not good. This is not good at all. The homeworld suffers 3 damage, so we're down to 11. And then he's literally going to get 2 artillery attacks. Any player suffers 4 damage. Well, that'll knock player 1 out. And any player discards a card from their hand and suffers a damage. He can do that. Oh, wow. He literally has 5 power cores. Okay. Player 2. All right, well, take your 10 damage and like it. He's down to 4 hit points. And I don't have any spells. Great. So literally 4. What can I buy for 4? This is... So I need to see what happens when the player gets knocked out, right? If the player's health is reduced or player's exhausted, each boss has a special effect to resolve when the player becomes exhausted. Oh, he has a special. Okay, when a player is exhausted, increase the artillery attack by 3. Right. So the track is back to 0 because we activated 2 cards. Each card is 3. So when he got exhausted, it goes back up to 3. So it's going to take another. The player with the most expensive equipped weapon discards that weapon. That would be this one. Shuffle this card and all the cards in the artillery discard pile face down into the artillery deck. Well, that's a bummer because that was 6 damage. But we can still kill him because this is 4 or 5 damage. He's only got 5 left. So what we do here is we take all the auxiliary cards, shuffle them back in, and start again. All right. Player 1. All right, it's over. Boom, we got him. So 2 damage plus 2 damage for every other weapon. We have this weapon, so that's 4 plus 1 is 5. And that's enough to knock him down. Whew. All right. Well, yeah. All right. So that is that's the game. That is the game in a nutshell. That's the game in a nutshell. Whew. All right. Just initial thoughts. It's hmm. Hmm. Eh. All right. So I just I guess my thing is, okay, if I was going to play this game, why wouldn't I just play Aeon Zan instead? I mean, if I was literally going to get this game out and say, oh, let's play this. I mean, the only reason I would probably choose this over Aeon Zan is if I was in a gaming group and I was trying to teach this to somebody and I was like, I don't want to have to teach Aeon Zan to somebody. And this person doesn't know how to play Aeon Zan. Okay, sit down. I'll teach you Astro Knights because it's basically this very similar game, and I don't have to spend all day teaching it to you. I don't see why anyone that's playing this game would want to play it as opposed to Aeon Zen. I don't know what does this bring other than it's if it's easier, okay, it is easier, but I like more strategy and complexity to my games. Easy. So I don't know if I don't know if I'd ever play this. I don't know. Just I don't. I'm just trying to think of why I would want to play this. It is streamlined, I guess, with how the boss is set up, based upon the number of players and how many cards you start with, and then you shuffle in the deck. Then he goes up to level 2. Then you go through his deck. He goes up to level 3. Okay. Um. So I guess like So when he goes up to level 2, all the minions gain 4 life. And then when he goes up to level 3, all the minions gain 8 life. So why are we artificially... It's the cheapness of this game, right? In Aeon's End, right? You have a stack of cards, and as you go through the cards for the bosses, you know, when you get to stage 2 and stage 3, the monsters get tougher. The enemies get more hit points. They get tougher because you get better and better spells. You get, you know, your heroes are powering up, so the enemies powering up as you go into from level 1 into level 2, and then from level 2 into level 3. This game, right? You literally only have like 6 or 8 cards. What is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards for the boss. And you just use these over again, and then instead of having more cards, you just use these to give the extra boosts to your minions, or, you know, to artificially, right? Instead of printing out, like, these are level 1 cards, and instead of printing out level 2 cards, they said, here's the rules for level 2, and just use these cards again. And then when it levels up to level 3, instead of printing new cards, we just use this token to artificially do it, and you're just using the same cards. So you're using the same cards, and then this is how it powers up now. And it's because of the cheapness of this game. They didn't want to print like 7, 14, 21 cards, right? They only wanted to print 7 cards and then reuse the 7 cards and then artificially level the boss up with these. Okay, we'll make the minions tougher, and we'll make them tougher again. I mean, 8. I just don't get it. I mean, again, it's like mass confusion on my part, because you don't want to print out the cards for the bosses. Level 1 cards for the bosses, level 2 cards for the bosses, level 3 cards for the bosses. You're going to level them up this way, right? Which, okay, all right, I understand that. But then each of your bosses have extra cards. Where's the artillery deck? It was just here. I don't know what I did with it. The artillery deck. Where'd the artillery deck go? Like, so all the artillery deck, right? So you printed out all those cards anyways, because the boss has an artillery deck. It's right here, and I don't know why I can't find it. Maybe I put it in here. Oh, it must be in here somewhere. Oh, right here. Yeah, so then you print out all those extra cards that you didn't print out for the boss, but you made an artillery deck for him. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So basically your 14 cards for your boss, instead of printing those cards out, you print them out, you made them into an artillery deck. I'm very confused with this product. I'm still very confused on it. I don't think Aeon's End, as Phoenix Knight put earlier, I don't think Aeon's End needed to be dumbed down, first of all. And if you wanted to dumb it down, sure. But it's almost like they dumbed it down too much now. It's like, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like there's much going on here for us to literally play. It seems like there's not a lot of strategy. Like, literally, my strategy was buy a gem or buy a weapon. Boom. That's it. Buy a gem, buy a weapon. Go through my deck. Buy a gem, buy a weapon. I don't see a lot of interactions like Aeon's End. Like, do this and power this up, and if you play this card, then you can get a charge, and if you gain enough charges, then you can activate this power. I think I don't know. I maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. I guess this I don't like the stacks of these different powers. I just I'm not a big fan of that. And now I've got to sort all these back into the decks. Right, so now I've got to decide, is this a star? Is it a shield? It's a shield. It's a star. It's a wings. And star. It's a star. All right. Well, and I don't think, like, setup time, like, oh, we can get this game set up really quickly as opposed to Aeon's End. No, I don't think you can. I don't think it would take any more time to set up a game of Aeon's End than this game. Like if somebody was going to say, oh, the reason you would play this as opposed to Aeon's End is because this game sets up a lot faster. Okay, no, it doesn't. I don't think so. I don't think it does. And it doesn't tear down any faster because I've got to literally go, one of the big complaints with the Aeon's End is, oh, it takes forever to put it all away because you got to sort all the cards back out. Well, what do you think I'm doing right now? Sorting all the damn cards out. Sorting them all back out. These are all stars, right? Okay. Yeah. So that's what I'm doing right now is sorting. I'm sorting through the different stacks, putting them all back in to make sure. And of course, the only thing that separates them in the piles are these little tiny icons down in the bottom. And all the icons, like, look the fucking same. Like, seriously. Like, could you tell these two icons apart? Quickly? I have to, like, study and go, which one are they going to go into? And here's the other thing. This will be my maybe my last thought about this game is when you're playing Dominion or you're playing something with set piles, Aeon's End, you have a set pile, you can see what you're doing, you can see the combos, you can say, if I buy 2 of these gems, it will equal, if I get these 2 gems and I put them together in my deck, then I can afford to buy this spell. And if I buy this spell, it'll charge up this. And you can start working through all that. When you have the random piles, all that's out the window. All that's gone. You cannot set up anything like that because every time somebody buys a card, everything's reset now. So you cannot set up all that stuff ahead of time. You cannot set up all that stuff. You can't say, oh, look, I need to get this sniper rifle because it does 8 damage, 9 damage. But I'm going to need 8. So how am I going to get 8? Well, if I can get this pile and this one, then I would have 4 from this and 4 from this, and then I could afford to buy that sniper rifle. You can't do that in this because you can't plan ahead. You can't see what's coming. You don't know. And then the other thing is like, oh, I'm waiting. Like if this sniper rifle never came out, right? I'd be like fishing through this deck trying to get it, right? So I'd be like, oh, when I got that card that said you may destroy the top card, you may destroy the top card at anyone's supply pile, right? So this guy here, when I bought this, right, I could then start cycling through to try and find the sniper rifle. Where's the sniper rifle? I want the sniper rifle. Where's the sniper rifle? I want all that. Where's the sniper rifle? Oh, there's the right. But I don't know what cards are in here to cycle through to. I have no idea what cards I want. I have no idea what gems in here I should be shooting for. Like literally you're going to have to play this game like 50 times so you know what gems are good and what powers are on there. Like literally if I'm like, "Oh, I need to charge up our town, right? So we can use its special ability, right? I'm going to need cards to charge the town up. There's cards that do that, but I don't know if it's in a level 2 gem or a level 3 gem or if it's in the tech. How many cards in the tech level up a town? How many of them? Does anybody know? Anyone out there want to know? I'm going to tell you because I'm a nice guy. Let's see, the Oracle Hub, right? The homeworld powers up, right? The Psychic Tether, the homeworld powers up twice. This one doesn't do anything. This one is Nexus Port. The homeworld powers up. So there's 3 different cards. This doesn't do anything. Deflector Field. The homeworld powers up. So that was what? 4? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 10 cards in there. 4 of them allow the homeworld to power up. 1 of them allows it to power up twice. Right? So I now know that, but I didn't, I don't know what else is in this deck, what it does, what I should be looking for, what I shouldn't be looking for. So you literally are going to have to sit down and play this game like a good 5 to 10 times just to get an understanding of what the cards are that, what the cards are that's in the game and what they do and what you should be playing and what you should be looking for. I don't have time to play this game 10 to 20 times just to figure out what cards are in it. I should be able to sit down and look at the table and say, there's the cards that are in it and ready to go. I'm ready to play. Theme. Maybe to play this over Aeon's End. Honestly, I doubt I'd ever give this game a second look. I mean, it's weird. It is, again, they put all this extra effort in this thick, super thick token to put for expert and nightmare mode. Like the people that are playing this, they dumb the game down so it's basic, and then they're going to give you an expert mode and a nightmare mode to make it more difficult. And hardly anybody's ever going to use this because the people that are playing this game are playing it because they want it to be easy, right? That's the reason they're not playing Aeon's End. They're playing this game because they want it to be easy. I'm very frustrated by this product because I don't understand who should be getting it, who should be using it, what's the goal of this product, what they're trying to do. If they're trying to make it so people can play Aeon's End easier, okay, sure, but half of what you did, I don't understand. I'm confused and baffled beyond belief. And then I put sleeves on all these cards, but I don't know why, because I probably won't play this. Probably won't play this again. And, Aeon End games don't need a lot of shuffling to begin with, but. So, I mean, cool things like I think Aeon End could take some of the stuff that that game does and incorporate it. Like they sort of did this a little bit in Aeon's End, but the homeworld, Greyhold, right? Greyhold was just generic. And I always said Greyhold needed like special powers. I thought give Greyhold a deck, and every time, like one of the boss cards, you have boss card 1 and boss card 2. On boss card 1, it says Greyhold, flip a Greyhold card, and you flip up a Greyhold card, and it gives it a special ability until that card comes up again. So basically, once a round, the Greyhold gets like a special ability, like heal a player 1 hit point, or do 1 damage to a minion, or just things like that. You could have like a little special deck. right? So they kind of did that, but generic. Where they just gave made all the towns differently. Of course, they took Zaxxas. Instead of Greyhold, you were defending Zaxxas for a while. Zaxxas had his own deck, right? Zaxxas had his own deck. They should have done the same thing with Greyhold. So maybe they'll do something like that and add that with on. I think they're done with Aeon Zen though. I think they're done. I don't think they're adding any, much left to it. I don't know. Maybe they are, but I don't know. I think it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. All you're doing is you basically took a good formula and you didn't fuck it up too bad, and you just made it simple, right? That's all you did. You just copied a formula. You know what? I think I'm gonna take all my sleeves off because I don't think I want to waste my sleeves. And then here is the last. This is like the straw that broke the camel's back, right? This is the straw that broke the camel's back. You have this lovely, absolutely lovely, nice box. It's 30. Look at how sturdy this is. This is a sturdy box. And they have this nice insert in there, right? And it's built in there. You can't, I mean, you see, it's like it's specifically built, right? So you can put this insert in there, right? It's built specifically for this insert. And it's a thick, sturdy box. Kudos to that. But here's the problem. This is like the straw that broke the camel's back, right? And I just sent cards across the table. I mean, that's the one downside for putting sleeves on them is they make them all slippery, right? But here's let's see if anyone can see what my problem with this insert is. It's like what I don't. This is with sleeve. Why is there like an inch in there, and now they all just slide around? Why? Why is if you're gonna build an insert for a box, why is there like literally like an inch between the edge of the cards and your insert? Can you guys see that? There's a lot of empty space. Why? I don't get it. Why? I don't. I mean, it's like I said, it's specifically designed to fit exactly in this box like this. And like I said, this is a very nice box, by the way. I mean, you could stack a lot of games on top of this. You can, you can carry it under your arm to a game convention. It's a nice box. So good quality stuff. So kudos for that. But then, and now you guys wonder why I'm confused on this product. I don't get it. I don't get it. What they were thinking when they designed any of this product, I have no idea what they were thinking. And like I said, they went through all the trouble to make these really nice boxes for each of the bosses. Really nice. But what are you supposed to put in here? I don't think you're supposed to put the cards in there. The reason I don't think you put the cards in there is because each of the bosses actually has a card for for all the cards to line up in the box, right? So if they wanted you to put the cards in here, why would they create this? So I don't think the cards go in the box, right? So if the cards don't go in the box, the only thing that goes in the box are these little tokens, right? So you got these thick, nice tokens. So you're supposed to put these thick, nice tokens in the boxes then? Is that? And then why would I make this big box and then put these two little tiny tokens in? I don't get it. I want to say the intent is to make easier to travel with because Aeon's End is almost literally impossible to actually take to a game night. Well, I mean, I would debate that. I mean, what are the boxes for? Maybe you can explain to me what the boxes are for. Aeon's End you can carry it in the box, and then you'll have to shuffle everything together, organize decks. Well, I had to do the same thing with this. You could theoretically pop everything in to just bring what you need. Oh, so you could put the deck in this and then just bring this with you? Well, let's see. Okay, so if that was the case, right? If I was going to just hey, I can grab this and bring this with me if we want to fight, whatever this guy named, right? So we're going to fight this boss tonight, so I could just put everything in there and then we just take this, right? Which is a great thought, but here's the problem with all that is you're going to need all the other crap to play the game. You're going to need all the other crap to play the game. And then, what are you going to do? Like, you got this nice little, I'm going to put the boss in here, but then what are you going to do with this, right? What are you going to do with this? Like, these two don't go together real well, do they? I don't think so. I'm missing the point with this game. I don't know. I think they had something in mind, and then through the production they changed it, and then, like I said, and then then they decided, we should try this, and they just throw a bunch of ideas together, like, hey, we should have some boxes for our things. Why? Why do I need a box when I'm not putting anything in the box? Like, the only thing that goes in the box is the two little things. And why are these a thing? Like, why are these not a card? Like you should put these on this like card. I don't know why I have these thick, huge, heavy counters when I could just have them on a simple little card. One worse. The expansions deck boxes don't hold the sleeves. Oh, okay. So they don't even. This is the expansion box, by the way. Let's see. Oh, you're right. You are absolutely right. The expansion box, which is for the expansion, does not hold sleeve cards. You can see sleeve cards do not fit in there. You have to turn them sideways to get them to try and fit in. Jam them in there. They don't fit with the sleeves in there. Lovely. I just I think this is one of these games. Unfortunately, again, I love Aeon's End, top 5 game of all time, without a doubt. I love it. I think its design is great. I think this game here is going to be one of these games. In 2 years, you're going to buy it for $5 on the sale rack. I just don't see this game going anywhere anytime fast. I think this is, if I was you guys, I would not buy it. I would not invest in it, because 2 years from now you're going to be able to buy the whole thing for like $20, because the people that did buy it like me are going to be turning it in and saying, I don't want it, I'm not playing it, I don't care about it. So literally you're going to be able to buy the whole everything for like $15-$20 in a couple years, maybe year and a half, 2 years from now, because people are going to be like, I'm done with it. I have no interest in it. So that's just my thoughts. I cannot believe they can't even make a box for, I mean, do you not realize that people are going to sleeve their cards? Like, seriously, like, that's crazy. Oh my God, I can't believe that. That's nuts. That's nuts. I wasn't going to sleeve this game. And why I did, because I was bored one day and I said, oh, you know, I should sleeve this game so it looks really nice and I can shuffle everything up. Shouldn't have wasted my time. Unfortunately. Tomorrow, what are we doing tomorrow? We're going to do something. It'll be the end of the month coming up shortly. You know what that means? We're going to have our recap for the month. And obviously, we're going to be talking about all the games we played in March. And we played a bunch. And so we'll talk about them. We still have one more day, though. So you never know what we might get into before then. So, yeah, I wanted to try this in March so I could put it in, and I was thinking, if I get it in, it might be game of the month. It might be game of the month. So I wanted to try and get it in before the end of the month. Well, I guess we don't have to worry about that. Certainly not going to be game of the month. That is for sure. I know that is not going to happen. Anyways, good stuff. Thank you guys for coming out. IBG did say that they're going to reprint the deck box. No word at the replacements. Okay. I mean, everyone makes mistakes. Whatever. It's a thing. It's all right. It's not the end of the world. If the deck boxes, if they don't fit, that's fine. I found it interesting because the original boxes are bigger. You can see how big the core boxes are, just slightly bigger, because the core boxes I did put sleeves in originally in the original boxes. So I knew I didn't try the expansion box. All right, well, I will see everyone soon. I've got to unsleeve everything here, put this all away. Probably shouldn't have bought the expansion, but I figured I was going to like it. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. I think it is, I mean, it's great for people that are interested to learn the game or thought Aeon's End was too complex and they wanted something easier. If you found Aeon's End too difficult and you want something easier, you should check this game out. It'll be great for you. Absolutely wonderful. And I think you'll be very happy with it. Hopefully you'll be happy with it. But for the rest of me, I don't need it. I would just rather play Aeon's End. I think it's a much better game. I think there's a little bit more strategy going on, which is what I'm looking for, is a little bit more strategy going on. So if you like your games with a little less strategy, now I will say, like, literally, the next game I'm probably going to be putting on the table is a game called Bonfire, right? And it's got a million little pieces and a million little counters, and it's got all kinds of special tokens, and it's got all kinds of things working between, working with one another, and it's got pieces and parts, and you have to make decisions on what you're going to do and where you're going to move things. And it's a very complex interworking game like that, right? So those are the kinds of games I normally like and play. You might like something a little easier, right? You might like something that's not as difficult to get into. So, this might be a great game for you. I'm not saying it's a bad game. It's obviously based upon a great system. I just don't think this is the game for me. That's all I'm saying. It's not for me. It might be for you. You should check it out. You should at least look at it and see if it's something you might be interested in, because it might be the best game in the world for you. I'm not saying it's not. So just don't get all bent out of shape and say, oh, Jester hates this game and doesn't. No, that's not what I'm saying at all. So just chill out. It's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is this game isn't for me. It's too dumbed down and too simple. I'm looking for something a little more, with a little more spice to it, a little more strategy. Make the old noggin think a little bit. I like games that make me have to work for it, to think about it. So if you like more easier games, then maybe this game is for you. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Until the next time we meet, thanks for coming out, thanks for watching, and we'll see you all down the road.